All right, so now we have our second piece that we're going to look at. And the second piece that we're looking at is to be able to name and identify our structural groups. All right, so these structural groups, these are oftentimes called functional groups. And those functional groups, as you can kind of understand from the name, they are going to function in our chemical reactions. All right, so they are going to be part of our chemical reactions as we talk through some of our organic chemistry reactions later on this year. Okay, so the first thing that we want to kind of do is we just want to identify what those functional groups are. All right, so it's much easier in my mind to deal with our smaller skeletal structure here and try and identify our functional groups on that skeletal structure. Okay, so there's a couple of different things for us to do. One, we have a formula, or we have our sheet that I have for you guys. This is a list of common functional groups within organic chemistry. This sheet, you're going to be able to have this sheet to help you study. And then when we do our quiz, you guys are going to get the names and you'll be able to hopefully identify what those functional groups are. So I'll have the list of names, but not this entire list of the structures for you, okay? So if we go to our structure here, we can notice this here. We've got what looks kind of like a phenol group. So a phenol, oh, I need to shift this up. There we go. So a phenol group, I'm going to point out, has this OL on it. Another group that we oftentimes have within organic chemistry is an alcohol group, has an OL that goes into our naming as well. But we've got a phenyl ring with an alcohol group, so we have a phenol, okay? So a phenol has our aromatic ring, which is what our functional group list has on it, an aromatic ring, and then an aromatic ring with an alcohol group on it is a phenol. In this case, we have two alcohol groups on here, okay? That's still just a phenol overall there, all right? Then, right here, we've got another important functional group. This is an amide. Amides are not amines, but an amine has just a nitrogen with hydrogens on it. An amide is what we have up here, where we have a nitrogen attached to a carbon that's double bonded to an oxygen, okay? So this is a really important functional group, especially within biochemistry, where we have lots of nitrogens attached to our carbon double bonds. That is a peptide bond oftentimes, okay? Then we've got one functional group over here that we're going to want to know about as well. This is an alkene. Alkenes have a carbon-carbon double bond, okay? So this is an alkene where we've got a carbon-carbon double bond. All the rest of our carbons, they just have single bonds. All of the others would be an alkane. All right, so if we wanted to label those, we could as well, but they're so ubiquitous within our organic molecules that we're not going to worry too much about identifying those alkanes. We really are going to focus on some of these other ones. And so you guys are going to have a whole ton of practice. We're going to be able to hopefully learn about and identify these different structures. Again, what I am hoping for you guys to be able to do by the end of your time with the sub is to be able to take our full Lewis structures, turn them into a skeletal structure, And then if we have a skeletal structure, turn it into the formula. And then with those skeletal structures, we want to be able to name and identify our functional or structural groups. All right, that's all for today.